Welcome to Coffee with Viking. I am Mike. Cheers. In today's devotion, Loving Justice, Psalm 82, 2 through 4. How long will you defend the unjust and show partiality to the wicked? Defend the weak and the fearless, uphold the cause of the poor and the oppressed, rescue the weak and the needy, deliver them from the hand of the wicked. Psalm 82 is different from most of the other 149 psalms in that the psalmist Asaph has written in the form of a prophecy, specifically one against powerful, influential leaders who failed to act justly toward the most vulnerable in Israel at the time. Sounds very familiar right now in today's world. Instead of defending the weak and the fearless, the poor and the oppressed, they showed favoritism to those in power. If we're not careful, we can find ourselves doing the very same thing. But God calls each of us to avoid being respecters of persons and understand that we are to love and care for all people, including those Jesus called the least of these. God loves the poor, disadvantaged, and the vulnerable, and He wants to love them through us. What can you do today to show God's love to someone who desperately needs to see it in action? Well, that's an easy question. Just show love, respect, just even the slightest bit of kindness to a stranger can show them God's love. God of justice, so many people in today's world are forgotten, exploited, and mistreated that it drains my emotions just thinking about them. I know you want me to make a difference, if only in my own sphere of influence. Remind me to pray and to speak up or take action when I see wrong being done to others. Now, we do live in a world where the rich and the most powerful are the biggest influencers, and it's not always a positive. In fact, usually it's the furthest thing from a positive influence. There's a lot of favoritism to where their power and their energy goes, where the oppressed and the poor and those who truly need help get forgotten. So the best way to show God's love is to show it not only to the oppressed, to those who truly need to feel God's presence and love through all the pain and suffering they're going through, but we need to show it to the wicked in the world too. And I know you're probably thinking, why should we show love to the wicked? That's an easy one to answer too. When you were still wicked, when I was still wicked, when we were all still wicked, didn't Jesus show love to us on the cross? And this is what He expects of us too when we come to Him. You see, the gospel, it isn't for those who are saved. It is for those who are far from it. When Jesus walked the earth, He didn't hang out with the saints. He hung out with the sinners, with the wicked, but those who truly needed the message. And that is what we were called to do. Now, the gospel is for all. It's for the saved and the unsaved alike. But we need to show His love more to those who don't know it. That would be the wicked, those who have walked in darkness and have not experienced God's light. we are to be the beacon for God's light. I like to look at it like we're the lighthouse. God is the light, and He is using us here to bring the lost, those who are lost in the sea of sin, back home. So we definitely need to show love to those who are lost in their sin, especially those who are so far in it that there is no light. Because if we refuse to be that light, then how could we ever expect Christ to be the light for us when we come to Him? Stay blessed, stay caffeinated, and be the light that shines in someone else's darkness. Much love.